Hi again BookTube, Lola here and welcome to my February wrap-up video crossed with my March TBR video. And I'm going to start with my wrap-up. So the first two books I'm going to mention I don't have physical copies of because one of them is an ebook and the other one is an audiobook. So the first book I read this month was A Wrath in the Dawn, which was absolutely fantastic. I have done a review on that, so I will link that down below. It was such a good book and I really loved the story. Got through it pretty quickly at the beginning of this month and it was fantastic. I just loved what happened and how she kept his attention and how Charizard just was with everybody. She was just such a likeable character and I really liked her. The next book I read was Charming by Crystal Wade. Now everybody has told me or said on BookTube that it's such a fantastic book and I think I hyped myself a little bit for it, but I didn't really like it all that much. I think it was a good story, but I think they could have, or Crystal Wade could have, actually done a lot more with that plot. I think she could have put a lot more thought into it, and she probably did put a hell of a lot of thought into it because it is a very good story, but I just don't think it was written very well. So yeah, I just didn't really like that book all that much. So the next book that I read this month was the library book that I got out, The King of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. And this was like 5 out of 5 stars that I put on Goodreads. I absolutely loved this book so much. And yeah, I only finished it yesterday and wow, what a fantastic book. I just fell in love with it so much. I've done a review on that, so I'll link that down below too. I also did a review on Charming. I've actually done reviews this month. What's going on? I don't normally do that many reviews. I don't know. But the next book that I'm still reading and I haven't got through all that much of is A Darkness at Cephalon. And that's by Raymond E. Feist, the third book in the Rift War saga. So that's what I'm reading right now. Really enjoying it so far. The book is still about Jimmy. It wasn't so much in the first book, but the second and third have gone into kind of following Jimmy around. Jimmy used to be a thief and now he is a squire for Arutha, who is a prince, because Jimmy helped him out quite a bit, so now he's been taken into the palace and given a decent job. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. I'm absolutely loving it. It is so like old and torn because I've borrowed this off my uncle and yeah, he seems to have read it a lot. But it is, I don't blame him, it's a really good book. So I've still got to finish that and read it, pretty much most of it. I'm on chapter 5 out of like 20 I think. So I'll get there. And now I've got to move on to my March TBR. And in March I want to read, first off I want to read The Eye of the World again. This is a reread that I want to do, and I want to reread this because it's been ages since I read Robert Jordan's books. Well, his first 2 books, because I have read The Eye of the World and The Great Hunt. But I want to read the third one eventually, but, well, because I own the entire series now, so I have a whole shelf dedicated to Robert Jordan. So I'm going to have to reread the first 2 books again. So I'm doing The Eye of the World this month, and I'll probably do The Great Hunt next month. But I also have the audiobook so I can read along and listen at the same time. So yeah, I'll be happy to read it again because they're really likeable characters. It's a brilliant story, and my favourite author, Terry Goodkind, has kind of read these books and based a few bits and bobs in the Sun True series on these books. So I really want to see where my favourite author got his inspiration from and, you know, see where it goes. So yeah, I'm going to reread Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. The next book I want to tackle, which I also have an audiobook for, but I have the series all in one big book, and that is J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings series, and I am going to read The Return of the King this month coming and finish it off basically. So I'll be happy to audiobook that because I absolutely love the last 2. I like the movies, but obviously the book's going to hold more and they're better, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's something else I'm going to read this month. And I hope I get through all 4 of these books, because I really want to catch up on my reading. And because I haven't actually gotten around to it, I am going to read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is my favourite book out of the entire series. I love the film, I love the book, so I would say, yeah, that is my favourite book of the Harry Potter series. I absolutely love it, so yeah, I'm going to get around to that soon as well. I don't know what order I'm going to read these in, but I will. But yes, I love Harry Potter. And the 4th and final book that I intend to read in the month of March is the 3rd series of Unfortunate Event books, which is called The Wide Window. And obviously it's really small, so it's going to be quite a quick read. And plus I need to get these back to my fiance because I lent them off him. So yes, thank you very much for watching my video today, and yes, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up and comment below, because I would love to talk to you guys. If you've read any of these books, go ahead and talk to me and tell me if you enjoyed any of these books, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!